Hi. Hi, Crystal. Welcome
Thank
to the
you.
show.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you? Good to see you after the last conference where we had some great stuff. And now glad to see you here.
Yeah, thank you. Let me know if the speakers are okay. I have Bluetooth headphones, so I could always pull those out.
Now, I can hear you all right. So this is great. I think we can get going without waiting further. So why don't you start introducing? And if you want to present some slides, let me know. We can give you the control and you can share the screen as
Sure,
well.
that sounds good. I do have some slides I'm happy to show. I'm really excited because we have a live demo that I can show of Sense.Chat. We have the app working. So, my background is I've been in technology my whole life. I've had several tech companies, and I've been in the blockchain space now, building my first app on Bitcoin in 2014. So I'm really excited to see the evolution of the application software. And we've built tools on Ethereum, and now we have found the most scalable and most decentralized platform, EOS, and this is the one that we love the most.
Oh yeah, I think that's something which we love to hear. Being in EOS community, when actual developers, actual people who are creating products, they talk about why they're moving from Ethereum to EOS. So I think I'm really happy to bring you here and say that why you are doing that. But of course, it's your show now. Get going and whatever you want to present to the audience. I think they would love to hear more about Sense.Chat.
Sure. Let's pull up some slides. I'm happy to present.
All right. So are you able to see how to present, or do you need help with
Yeah, give me
that?
1 second. I'm just gonna pull up my deck. And I'm so excited, by the way, about this global conference. I love that the EOS community really is truly global. I think that that's something that I've known. I'm a block, so I co-founded Shios, and Shios. Let's see, I'm sharing my whole screen right now. Shios helped to launch the network. We've been instrumental in the beginning. Let me move over to this for you. What's a good way for me to see? Actually, I'm going to just share application window. Sorry, guys. 1 second.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
There we go. Cool.
All right. Yeah, I think we can see that.
Yeah. So if everyone's familiar with block producers, obviously, I'm sure most of the people here are really intimately involved. Either you're supporting or you're part of one. Yay! Somebody's Daniel's wearing their Shios t-shirt right now. Shios has been a community-driven block producer since the beginning, and our mission is to take the block rewards that we earn and put them into scholarships for women in technology. I joined Shios early. We founded it to basically learn about how to build on the network. We were really excited to figure out what the nodes were going to be like and how the network was going to operate. And so in that process, my company Sense was fortunate to be able to move into the EOS network as well. So we had, if you saw our project at the beginning of this year, we were building on top of Ethereum, and we had built Sense to be a messaging platform where you could share and also earn for your knowledge. We've evolved it in a Sense.Chat. So now we have made the first decentralized messenger that is based on the EOS blockchain. So let's see if I can go ahead and play. I'd like to do I'd like to be able to still see the video so I can see your chats, but let's see if I can do it this way. Can you see the whole screen?
We're just waiting for it to load, but we were able to see it.
Okay. I'd like to see your chat still. Okay, let me know if that goes full screen.
No, we right now have a blank window. Let me see if I have to
Okay, I
wait for
think
a
that
minute.
doesn't like full screen. I'll just show you guys the version here, and then this way I can keep your chats open as well. All right. Cool. So I love that we already know that the blockchain is the new internet, and that's what we're really building. And I think that that's something that I've been really excited about, having built different tools along the way, and seen the evolution of the internet. For the first time ever, we're getting to a point where we can have security and privacy in the way that it really matters. And that's something that I think that has never really happened before. Inherently, the entire internet was built free. And we think it was built free, but what it was really built for was the tools that have the infrastructure costs that we're aware of have to be paid by someone. And so over time, monetization had to happen in a way where it doesn't actually benefit the user. So, if you were on the internet 20 years ago, you saw banner ads, and those banner ads were not really targeted. And over time, the data collection meant that things could be targeted. So, now today we're sort of trading our data, and we're trading for our privacy for the usage of our different tools on the internet. The numbers are pretty amazing. I really love to share this. This was updated as of this midsummer. So, we're over half of the world now on the internet, and even more of them having a mobile phone.
Hello, Crystal. I think we lost your voice. I don't know if it's just me or everybody else.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, now we can. All right. So I think it froze a bit.
Okay.
You can carry
on. Let me.
All right. So I think we may have lost Crystal here.
Humans that are on the internet.
Yes. Yeah, I think we got you back. So Crystal, yeah, I think we were losing your voice. I don't know if you're still around. So we have lost your video, but we can see your slides. So if you can continue, maybe we can
Okay,
check.
Maybe I'll drop my video so that it's a little easier.
Yes, I think it looks fine now. So you can keep going.
Cool. So anyway, a third of the entire planet is on social media, and we're just looking at Facebook, like not even thinking about, WeChat, which is massive as well. There's billions of people. It's basically everybody who has a device. But the thing that's weird is that there are still only about 50 million cryptocurrency users accounted for, which is less than 1% of the entire global population, and of internet users. Like, this is a very small number, and so the opportunity is huge. And the reality is, crypto is just as easy to use as a text message, or it should be if we have the right tools. And I think that's what the EOS platform is allowing us to do. The thing that we're learning too in the overall internet is that humans are fundamentally very valuable. This is the most valuable thing that we have on the internet today is human data, and advertising is a huge industry because of that. So if you're in basically the global ecosystem other than in China, the top apps are Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram, the top 4 non-gaming apps. And I didn't even include the 5th one because that's 4 apps that are all owned by Facebook, one entity. And so, that's the definition of centralization. They're really able to use all of your data through these different tools. And in case you are using any of those tools, these are the permissions that you give Facebook Messenger. Just Facebook Messenger. So there's weird ones like receiving and reading your text messages, like on your actual text, or understanding your call list, who you've called, any actions that you have on your phone with or without the app open, you're giving it permission to do these things. And you wonder, what is that data being used for? Why are they using that data? Even if they're not selling it, they're using it internally for purpose of retargeting you for advertising. And so I was doing some research. I found that these permissions that you give to Facebook Messenger that let you give it full access to your phone and your voice and your camera, are also on some other really big apps. Like there's an antivirus app that has 100 million downloads, for instance, and it has these exact same permissions that it's asking for. And so if you were to give these permissions to an antivirus app, isn't the whole point for it to just protect your phone? What they're actually doing is they're grabbing all your data and they're reselling it. So they're selling it, you know, anonymized, but to basically to advertisers. So I think, like, you know, one of the biggest industries on the planet we still know is big data. And that's something that the blockchain is going to help us with. There are a lot of great projects that are working on giving you value for your data on the blockchain. This is some of the data that blockchain that is out there today in big data. And some of the things I think are going to be really radically transformed with blockchain, like identity, health data. All of these things are collected just by, you know, you having these services turned on. So, you know, if you have your phone location data showing for Facebook Messenger, for instance, that's going to collect no matter where you are. And so they know if you've been to the hospital. They know that, you know, you've done different trips around the world. Like they probably know more about you than your family does. So the idea really is just how do we go from a world that has everything centralized, that is controlled by one authority or one company, and put it back into the hands of the users, which is decentralized. And that's where, you know, I think this is where the big opportunities are for the network. We have now the potential to put every application across all these nodes globally on the network without central storage, and that protects us. And that makes it so that we can make choices with our data, and we can make choices of how we use different products. So, you know, I think that I like to say we should decentralize it. I don't think decentralization is necessarily the goal for all things, but I think that the idea, like if we take the word decentralization, we look at it not from an anarchist perspective, but more from a perspective of empowering people and users. This is what we really want to do. And I think that for the first time, the EOS software is letting us really see real world applications. So I'm sure that most of the people here have seen some of these real world applications. This was released by Block One, which was the entire ecosystem, I think about a month ago. And if you look at social network, there's two here, CryptoDM and Sense. Those are both our products. CryptoDM was basically, it's really easy. You just associate your Telegram handle with your account, and then anyone can send crypto to Telegram, and you don't have to share your identity. You just share your EOS account, and then you get a message inside of Telegram. Sense builds on top of that, and Sense.Chat is the thing I'm really excited to share with you today. So this is the first time we're kind of showing these screens, and if you have access to the beta, you've already seen this. You can grab access to Sense.Chat here. So I'm going to play a video. If it doesn't work, just let me know if the video lags a little bit. But what I want to show you is the account creation and setting up on Sense.Chat. So, you know, right now we are the first decentralized messenger built on EOS. We set you up with a free EOS account when you sign up. So you can also import an account if you want to. And this is so that you can obscure your identity. You don't have to share your phone number. You don't have to share your email address. And you can have as many accounts as you want because it's the EOS network. We ask for these permissions so that we can access your camera when you're using your video. Nothing is stored on our side. Right now in the beta, we have we're offering free tokens for beta feedback. So you'll see the Instabug pop up and ask you for some feedback. If you do want to sign up for the beta, it's just Sense.Chat, and we have a pretty long list of people. But if you contact me directly, I'll just give you earlier access. And it's really a basic, EOS wallet that has Sense tokens and also has EOS, and we can add any token in the future. And we also have what we call smart contacts, and smart contacts are the EOS accounts. You can interact with any account on the EOS network. If they have the Sense.Chat app, it'll send them notification. And if not, it'll just send them a transaction like a normal wallet would. So in the messaging side of it, everything is completely secure and it's stored on your local device. So this is an example of sending a message to someone. If you remember the early days of like AOL and ICQ and all these messengers where the other person had to be online to connect with them, we make sure the other person is online to be able to make that connection. It's truly peer-to-peer. So crypto enabled means that you can send a transaction within the chat and you can send it to any account. If you have this app installed, you will also get notifications from other EOS transactions. So like, let's say you use the Lynx wallet or you use Scatter or you use something else, you don't have Sense. If I have Sense, I will still get a notification. So I get a push notification that I have something in my wallet, which is kind of cool because it's just a notification layer on top of the EOS network. So we're super happy to get all the tokens involved too. If you have an EOS token or you have a project that you want to, maybe integrate into our wallet, we'd be happy to chat about that. And then finally, these are just cycling through the wallet right now. We also have probably the biggest feature. So this is text. We have text chat, but the biggest thing that we've done that we're really excited about is we put video on the blockchain. So we do a handshake when you have a video connection, and this is true peer-to-peer video calling. There is absolutely no server in between. We don't put a server in between your text chat, in between your video chat. There is no spying. There's no censorship. There's no servers. We don't have any of your data. This is 100% private to you and the other user. So if you have ever wanted to have a private chat, which I'm sure in the crypto world we all do a lot of, this gives you the option to be able to connect and just have that chat and not worry about if it's being encrypted or not encrypted because it's not being stored anywhere. So that's, it's a very basic.
Hi, Crystal. I think we again lost your voice, but it's an amazing app. I think we are really glad to see the demo while we are waiting for you to come back online from your voice perspective. And I think I've seen the comments. It's really, people are very impressed. And I don't think anybody wants to wait and they want their hands on this app. So I'm sure you'll get a lot of requests today to get early access from this summit.
Absolutely.
And I'm definitely going to send you that request. So I hope I will get it. Hello, Crystal, are you still there?
Everybody that's in the beta right now, we're on testnet. We are rolling it out to the App Store and mainnet in a couple of weeks. So in these next few weeks, the feedback that we're getting from the community is really important.
No, that's a lot of fun, it looks like. And I think I would love to try the videos. I think I really got excited about having a secure video chat, which doesn't go through any big company servers.
Absolutely. The other thing that's interesting is, have you ever, when you're doing a large transaction on Ethereum or on Bitcoin, you send a test transaction? So, you send like $1 or you send $10 because you're not sure, is the hash right? This is the cool thing about EOS is we have these human readable accounts. But what else is great is you could just connect. So I can connect to you through a chat, make sure that it's you, voice verify, we could just do audio, video verify, and then send you the transaction. I don't need to send a test transaction. I can just send it to you once I've verified that it's you.
That's really great. I think this is exactly what we envisioned when we talked about EOS having human readable account names and no transaction fee. I think your app is really demonstrating what EOS capabilities are. And I think it's all about getting in hands of enough people to create the network effect. That's my feeling when I look at this. So congratulations on the progress you have made. And I hope that all of us can start using it as soon as possible.
Thank you. Absolutely. I'm really happy to share with everyone. Connect with me on Twitter or you can connect with me, same handle, Crystal Rose on, I'm just going to put it into the chat right here. On Telegram.
Sure.
And we really appreciate what Telegram has done for the community as well. it's not like we have to compete with the centralized messengers so much as we're giving another option when people want that option. So when I think of Telegram, I think of it like Twitter. It's like public. They do read the chats. You know, you can use it encrypted, which is great. WeChat, same thing. WeChat is censoring chats and unfortunately suspended all the crypto conversations. I don't know if you guys saw that recently, but if you had a public account talking about crypto, you were suspended. So, you know, this is just a new way to do things, and I think that's really it's really important to think about how the EOS network and others are going to allow us to decentralize, you know, every type of application.
No, that's perfect. I think this is great and very exciting, Crystal, and thanks for coming and showing us. And we will just take a few quick questions. We're running a little bit over time, but I think we had some technical difficulties. So if anybody has any question for Crystal, please fire away. But all I see is just people are just amazed at the progress and the availability.
Dan's asking, can we build on top of it? That is the goal. So we want to create an SDK that allows you to put chat inside of your app. And I think that is the next big goal for us, is to work with developers. So if you have a project that you're working on and you're thinking of integrating any chat, get in touch with us, because we'd love to maybe test with you as we're building out the SDK.
Sure. And I think that's great. And I think this is what makes a lot of sense for maybe just what people are doing with other programs. So I think Dan has another follow-up question, whether you have an API already or you are...
Not yet, but it's on the roadmap. And that's something that if we have someone to plug into, we could work even faster.
Sure. And I think, yeah, that's a good question from Elim. I think from whether it's on Android, what other platforms you're supporting? Is it only
right
iOS?
Now it's iOS. We're releasing in December. Right after that is Android. We're doing Android simultaneously with web. So you will be able to use it from any mobile or desktop browser as well.
All right, sounds good. And by the way, we are streaming this on YouTube on Investing with the Difference, and I'm seeing a lot of people, like, I already got a comment, how can we get hold of Sense.Chat? So I think this is going to be the biggest question. I hope we move along with your beta program and more people get access. So thanks a lot for coming in and presenting this amazing app you're building. And we will now look for the next session. Thanks a lot, Crystal, and let us know if you have any final words to say to the people.
Thanks, guys. Here. Let's keep making sense on EOS.
Sure. That makes sense. Bye. Thank you.